Hello again, YouTube. Truth Man here. So I want to talk to the black man. You want a black woman? You want a black woman? Wait, hold on. As soon as I got on this, the phone started ringing. Hold on. You want a black woman, but you don't want no smoke. You don't want no drama. You don't want no trouble. Look, man. What I'm going to give you can help you possibly avoid it, but hey, you're going to have smoke with most of these women, no matter whether they black or not. But we're going to talk about the black ones today. And I'm going to give you some red flags to look out for. Some little sneaky things you could do, so on and so forth. The first thing, man, you gonna have to control your thirst. No, I don't mean this disrespectfully, but if the stats are correct, the stats say that black women have more STDs. Now, where they get them from? Probably black men. Where they giving them to? Probably black men. So be careful. Be careful. You already know that most women change when you start having babies with them, right? But, you know, in our race, you gotta be extremely careful, man. Don't treat jail as a common thing or something that's nothing. Avoid it at all costs, man. Avoid it at all costs. Some of these chicks are trying to fight you. Like even Savannah slapped the phone out of LeBron's hand. I got a phone slapped out of my hand before. I mean, you got to be careful, man, because them white guys, some of them, let's be honest, and not just them, other races too, are gunning for us, man. Don't give them nothing. Don't give them nothing. So you got to be careful with them STD. You got to be careful with that fighting, trying to fight you. And the next thing, you got to find out that body count. If it's low, or she's saying it's low, you're going to have to study her mentally and see what state of mind she in. Because if it's low, it could have been she was with a dude that was watching and wasn't going for it. It's not always low because she wanted it to be low or she caused it to be low. Sometimes it's low because she got with a dude that wasn't going to play with her. And she just kept it cool. There's different reasons. But if it's low with curiosity, that's where the vetting come in. Remember what I always say. Curiosity cares nothing about commitment or a covenant or anything else dealing with teamwork, dealing with partnership, or any of that. As long as you know that, as long as you understand that, you'll be fine. Okay, now you have plenty of time. You see look at this dude. I wish I could show y'all. That's one thing I don't do. Somebody put their signal on. Rarely do I speed up. Mostly. Percentage-wise, probably 95% I'm not going to speed up. That's just you asking for trouble. But you want to deal with black women, you definitely need to watch this video. You definitely need to share this video. Red flag. Black women who make comments about black men like they the only one doing a particular thing or committing a particular crime. Red flag. Especially if they saying these things and they have a liking or take a liking to white guys. Don't get with them. Any black women who has a preference for white guys, do not get with them. It's going to be an entitlement. You're going to be dealing with a lot of stuff that don't translate into a good relationship. So if you gonna get with a black woman, get with a black woman that wants black men. Not one that makes color statements, say stuff like, yo, black A. Don't get with her. You asking for trouble. Wear a condom. Don't get none of these women pregnant that's gonna leave you, divorce you, or cause you to divorce them, be fleecing you for alimony and child support, and get with a white dude. Because that's what they want anyway. You know, just save your time. Stick to the ones that black men is number one on their list. Because it's something about a lot of women that when they like other race dudes, they tend to be pretty disrespectful. And they also entitled, so when a woman is entitled, nothing she does or says is wrong. It's always you. It's always your fault. We're going to have to make more videos on this entitlement stuff. So that's another thing. If black men ain't her first choice, that can be a problem. Next thing, you got to find out how her childhood was. Was it full of love? Was it full of protection? Was she raised good? Was she raised right? Or was domestic violence? Did she see any domestic violence? Because that'll scar a kid. And she may possibly grow up try to be Miss Tough Girl if she saw some domestic violence on you, trying to show how tough she is at your expense. So you got to be careful with that too. Gotta be careful with that. And when I say tough, I mean trying to stand on you instead of supporting you and being more of a team player. These women, they just they just baffle me sometimes, man. It's like they don't know what they want. They have a good dude and they don't like him or they don't stay with him. But then they be in love with thugs. You ever seen a woman who all the dudes she was in love with was thugs, but she claims she don't like those type? Can't trust her. Next thing, what type of men does she like? If her previous relationships were guys that's not like you, that's totally different from you, that's not the one you want. You want the one that loved the guy that was like you. Not the one that loved the guys that were not like you. Because what's going to happen with her is, down the line, she going to start to drift away. If you ain't going to get in a relationship for the long term, you might well not even get in one. If it ain't going to last, if you arguing and fighting like cats and dogs, like out the gate, that's a sign. Next thing, if she argumentative and quick-tempered, I know the angry black woman stereotype don't apply to them all. But if it applies to her, run. Run like Noah Lyles. If it applies to her, run. You want them to be headstrong but not a know-it-all. You want a woman who she thinks she's right, but she has enough instinct and intuition to know when she's wrong. Next thing, you want a woman that will apologize when she's wrong. Because here's the thing. If she's wrong and she doesn't apologize, all that's building up. It's building up. It's almost like not using a dustpan when you sweep. Instead, you sweeping it all under the rug. Now picture sweeping all your dust, all your food, all your paper, all your trash under a rug for 2 years, 5 years. What's going to happen? Your whole room is going to be dusty, contaminated, toxic. You're supposed to sweep that stuff up and throw it away. But if you with a sweep it under the rug type person, I don't want to talk about that. Oh, no. Just shut down. No. No. It didn't work for my father. It didn't work for me. It's not going to work for you. You need one that recognizes when she's wrong, that wants to do what's right, not always thinking they're right and they're wrong. Sweeping it under the rug. Eventually, the whole house is going to be dirty, messy. Every time you step on that rug, you're going to be spreading that dirt back out that you should have picked up. When you sweep, you got to pick it up and throw it away. So you want one that does that, man. These other women ain't better than black women. They all the same. They all do the same stuff. The only difference is some of the other women, they're a little more slower with theirs. A little more calculating. But they still do it. So, that's another thing. Next, you want to know that history. If she ever was a hoe, don't go. If she ever was a 304, say no. You got to find out, because these women sneaky, man. They'll have you thinking they one way, but it's a bunch of dudes out there that got to them. Stick their fingers all in them, suck them off. You think you going to have a relationship with her? You think she good, but she wasn't as good as she say? It's going to come back to bite you, man. You got to know. You can't never know everything, but you gotta find some of the truth about how she was. If you can't just go by what she say, she gonna paint a picture that you would accept. I know all these generations be having sex, but black people had the most, I believe. They be going to town. So you got to know, man, marriage, relationship, moving in, all that stuff is too serious. Too much money at stake, too much time at stake, too much a mental psyche at stake for you to be playing around with it. She already standing you up. You can't have no relationship with her. She might be doing that because she hurt. She probably trying to not be hurt again. So she's standing you up. If she's hurt and she ain't get over it, she might be a problem for you anyway. Move on. Move on. So, know and understand that women are a want, not a need. You gotta need you and need God. You need you. You need your health. You need your strength. You need money in your pocket. We gotta get back to being strong men and accepting our strength. Stop letting society weaken you and make you think it's something wrong with your manly characteristics. Especially black men. They try to put all these fruity pebble dudes in front of us. Dudes they done buck broke. Nah. That stuff don't work with me. I don't care if you got money. How you act, what you do. That's what I look at. People be just automatically accepting the rich or accepting people based on what they got. That's why they keep getting burnt. That's how some of these women, these gold digging women, they getting ran through. Yo, VJ ain't built to have all them different shapes and sizes in it. Nor is your mind. Think of a chick. You trying to have a relationship with a chick that a dude literally was practically finna choke her to death with his wing dang doozy, humping her face. How can she come back from that? Only way I could even see them coming back from that is if their husband was the one doing it. If she lit a dude that she ain't got nothing out of, ain't had nothing with, do that kind of stuff, man, she is not relationship material. And you got to know that. It don't matter how she look as much as it matter how much she act, how she acts. Let me say that again, and let me say it right. How she looks doesn't matter as much as how she acts. You gonna get your NUTT regardless. Unless something wrong with your system, or you don't like women like that, or you with a woman that you just not attracted to. You gonna get your NUTT. So how she acts is more important. Actions speak louder than words too. Come on, man. Come on, man. Actions speak louder than words. You tell me you love me, but you don't show it. You don't go out of your way. Your desire is weak. Stop lying. Need to start telling the truth. Remember that, y'all? Need to start telling the truth. Stop lying. These women will do anything to have kids and a husband, and then when they get the husband, he got to be a sucker or a simp to stay with them. They just that bad. Arguing all the time, trying to control them. That's a man. You don't control no man. You be controlled by a man. And that's all I'm going to say, y'all. I don't got to talk too much on this. You want a black woman who's submissive and sweet, who goes against the stereotype, but headstrong, loyal. Look, my ideal black woman is a black woman who is polite and nice. Dudes try to talk to her, she just keep going. It don't go in her mind. She just thinking about me. Ain't no way I'm cheating on him. That, right there. Not, I wonder how I could cheat on him. He sent her a deep hit. She playing the violin in the bathroom on herself. No, not for me. Y'all gotta value these years, man. Especially you're an older dude. It's perfectly normal for you to want a woman, but don't let them waste your years. You a younger dude, don't get into no relationship where you not in control and where you putting yourself at risk. No marriage license. You tell her, look, we can get married if we get to that, but we ain't getting no marriage license. What's a piece of paper gonna do? Then that way, when she try to switch up on you, you can bounce. And don't be having kids right away either. And when you get older, don't have no more kids. I'm going to tell y'all something. Y'all dudes in y'all 30s, no kids. Because if she flip out on you, now you got these young kids where they'll get that child support out of you. Or now you don't want to leave your kids, but your relationship is gone. It's done. So don't have all your kids bang, 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 bang early. And then that way, if she flip out like they say a lot of black women age 50 to 59 do, filing divorces, doing all that stuff. Look at Judge Mathis. All your kids will be grown. You can move on. Get you a youngin, 20-something. With a whole lot of sexual desire. Not somebody who barely getting wet anymore. And she don't got no desire, so now she trying to punk you. Trying to manipulate you, trying to control you. Because she know that she ain't got it or don't want it no more. But anyway, y'all, I'm going to get on out of here, man. Try to get me some lunch. Keep working out here. I hope this helps y'all, man. Thanks for watching.